Phthalates θalts or phthalate esters are esters of phthalic acid and are mainly used as plasticizers. Phthalates are manufactured by reacting phthalic anhydride with alcohol that range from methanol and ethanol up to tridecyl alcohol, either as a straight chain or with some branching. They are divided into two distinct groups, with very different applications, toxicological properties, and classification, based on the number of carbon atoms in their alcohol chain. They are used primarily to soften polyvinyl chloride. Low molecular weight phthalates are being gradually replaced in many products in the United States, Canada, and European Union over health concerns. They are replaced by high molecular weight phthalates. In 2010, the market was still dominated by high phthalate plasticizers. However, due to legal provisions and growing environmental awareness and perceptions, producers are increasingly forced to use non-phthalate plasticizers. Phthalates are used in a wide range of common products, and are released into the environment. There is no covalent bond between the phthalates and plastics, rather, they are entangled within the plastic as a result of the manufacturing process used to make PVC articles. They can be removed by exposure to heat or with organic solvents. Due to the ubiquity of plastics in modern life, the vast majority of people are exposed to some level of phthalates, and most Americans tested by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have metabolites of multiple phthalates in the urine. Phthalate exposure may be through direct use or by indirect means through leaching and general environmental contamination. Diet is believed to be the main source of diphthalate and other phthalates in the general population. Fatty foods such as milk, butter, and meats are a major source. In studies of rodents exposed to certain phthalates, high doses have been shown to change hormone levels and cause birth defects. Uses. Phthalates are used in a large variety of products, from enteric coatings of pharmaceutical pills and nutritional supplements to viscosity control agents, gelling agents, film formers, stabilizers, dispersants, lubricants, binders, emulsifying agents, and suspending agents. End applications include adhesives and glues, agricultural adjuvants, building materials, personal care products, medical devices, detergents and surfactants, packaging, children's toys, modeling clay, waxes, paints, printing inks and coatings, pharmaceuticals, food products, and textiles. Phthalates are also frequently used in soft plastic fishing lures, cork, paint, pigments, and sex toys made of so-called jelly rubber. Phthalates are used in a variety of household applications such as shower curtains, vinyl upholstery, adhesives, floor tiles, food containers and wrappers, and cleaning materials. Personal care items containing phthalates include perfume, eyeshadow, moisturizer, nail polish, liquid soap, and hairspray. Phthalates are also found in modern electronics and medical applications such as catheters and blood transfusion devices. The most widely used phthalates are diphthalate, diisodictyl phthalate, and deisononyl phthalate. DEHP was the dominant plasticizer used globally in PVC due to its low cost. Benzyl-butyl phthalate is used in the manufacture of foamed PVC, which is used mostly as a flooring material, though its use is decreasing rapidly in the Western countries. Phthalates with small R&R groups are used as solvents in perfumes and pesticides. Approximately 8.4 million tons of plasticizers are consumed globally every year, of which European consumption accounts for approximately 1.5 million metric tons. Approximately 70% of those totals are phthalates, down from about 88% in 2005. The remaining 30% are alternative chemistries. Plasticizers contribute 10 to 60% of total weight of plasticized products. More recently in Europe and the US, regulatory developments have resulted in a change in phthalate consumption, with the higher phthalates replacing DEHP as the general-purpose plasticizer of choice because DIDP and DINP were not classified as hazardous. All of these mentioned phthalates are now regulated and restricted in many products. DEHP, although most applications are shown to pose no risk when studied using recognized methods of risk assessment, has been classified as a Category 1A reprotoxin, and is now on the Annex 14 of the European Union's REACH legislation, which means that producers and users must submit authorization requests to the European Chemicals Agency in Helsinki in order to continue to use DEHP. Analysis of such applications will involve studies on alternatives and, given the wide number of compounds that have been used as plasticizers, such evaluations are likely to be far-reaching. History. The development of cellulose nitride plastic in 1846 led to the patent of castor oil in 1856 for use as the first plasticizer. In 1870, camphor became the more favored plasticizer for cellulose nitrate. Phthalates were first introduced in the 1920s and quickly replaced the volatile and odorous camphor. In 1931, the commercial availability of polyvinyl chloride and the development of diphthalate began the boom of the plasticizer Pvc Industry Properties. Phthalate esters of the D-alkyl or alkyl aryl esters of phthalic acid. The name phthalate derives from phthalic acid, which itself is derived from word naphthalene. When added to plastics, phthalates allow the long polyvinyl molecules to slide against one another. The phthalates have a clear syrupy liquid consistency and show low water solubility, high oil solubility, and low volatility. The polar carboxyl group contributes little to the physical properties of the phthalates, except when R and R are very small. Phthalates are colorless, odorless liquids produced by reacting phthalic anhydride with an appropriate alcohol. The mechanism by which phthalates and other molecules afford plasticization to polar polymers has been a subject of intense study since the 1960s. The mechanism is one of polar interactions between the polar centers of the phthalate molecule and the positively charged areas of the vinyl chain, typically residing on the carbon atom of the carbon-chlorine bond. In order for this to be established, the polymer must be heated in the presence of the plasticizer, first above the Tg of the polymer and then into a melt state. This enables an intimate mix of polymer and plasticizer to be formed, and for these interactions to occur. When cooled, these interactions remain and the network of PVC chains cannot reform. The alkyl chains of the phthalate then screen the PVC chains from each other as well. Table of the most common phthalates.